Did anybody know Dr. Katherine Robertson?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Show me a sign, give me a meaning, tell me why can't we see through the moonlight, live through the pain, give me a meaning, show me a
Hi, welcome to Limavady Workhouse, commonly known as Limavady Roe Valley Hospital. It is one of the locations from Northern Ireland's Greatest Haunts TV series, and it was one of the locations that I have been at before. Today we were going to try and do spirit box sessions if the place quietens down a little bit, but way back in the workhouse days, this was a last resort for many people. You would have to be at death's door to come here. On average, about 10 people died every week in this hospital while it was a workhouse. So to come up this path and across this bridge, you would have to be really, really desperate luck. And it says that the Crowns itself is haunted, and that bridge is notorious for being haunted as well. There has been a number of different sightings around the area itself. This is the initial area where you come in, and where children, men, women and children were segregated and sent to the next part of the building, which is on the other side. A lot of these workhouses seem to have a similar layout. You have this building here, and then you have the long walk to the main place itself, you know, and very, very often you walked up to that path and went in that door. You didn't come out. Your children were taken off you. Men and women were segregated. Local farmers and local industries often came here to try and get workers. So, you know, it was very, very difficult time when you went into these workhouses. The reason they were called workhouses is you came in here, you got fed, but very often you were sent out to work in horrible conditions, you know. It was later, when the workhouse closed, that a doctor by the name of Dr. Robinson was well known for being a very, very kind doctor at this hospital. Way back in the day, obviously there was no cars, so it was all about you know, horses and that. And she used to come into work. She had a big house up the road, and she used to come into work on a big white horse. And even on Christmas Day, rather than She used to bring her children here on Christmas Day while it was a hospital to be accompanied to the sick. Very, very kind doctor. And rather than sitting at home on Christmas Day with her children in a big luxurious mansion, she would spend it here with the patients, you know. Unfortunately, on the way to work one day, she fell off her horse and died. And she is said to be often seen around the hospital, especially around a time of someone's death. Don't think it is open now to the public, or I don't think the building is now in much use. I see people going in and out of it and that, but it's not used as a hospital anymore. But around the back, you will get remnants of the stables here, and most likely where Dr. Robinson kept her horse, you know. Around the back here we have a bit of a garden centre here, you know. People like Marion Goodfellow and the cast and crew, or the crew of Northern Ireland's greatest haunts, Andy Matthews, psychic medium investigator Andy Matthews, Marion Goodfellow, and the investigators from Northern Ireland's greatest haunts was here, along with Ghost Hunters International. So it is a spot where many paranormal investigations have taken place. Beautiful windows, you know. An absolutely stunning building, but a lot of very dark history in its past, you know, but absolutely kept, absolutely beautiful. And you know, someday hopefully I will be able to get in there and do an investigation. There's a view from behind me of the first building that we came to. This is a part of the back area, and I think it was Ghost Hunters International that spotted a figure going into the wall around that area there. And the area of the wall where the figure went into was a doorway into a telephone exchange, which had since been blocked up. And they had spotted it from the camera from the stairs, I think it was, through a window, and seen this figure, which looked like a nurse, walking into the wall. And it turned out it used to be a doorway for the telephone exchange. But at the back here, we have converted buildings, which are were the stables. So most likely, Dr. Robinson kept her horse here while she was at work, you know. This is the area where the stables were. They're since been converted into usable other buildings, and possibly that was a place for putting coaches and things, possibly. But I know that this here was the stables for the hospital itself. It would have been similar to the car parks we have today, but back then was horses, you know. It is during the daytime and there's people about, so I have to do a spirit box session in front of all these people that are around without them knowing it. and have a bit of a trick up my sleeve. So I'll show you that later on. Right, because there's so many people about, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get something to eat. Come back after the buildings around here are closed, and we're going to do our spirit box sessions then. But you know, I like to try and get to location before it gets dark, show you around. I've done that. I'm going to go off and get something to eat. We'll be back in a little while. It'll probably be dark, but we'll have lights and that. So we'll see you in a while, folks. Right, I'm back a couple hours later. I had to put a jacket on. I got a little bit windier since. What I'm doing is I have the PL660 connected up to headphones. So and then I have a microphone connected to the camera, and there's two double microphone. One is connected to the front of my my coat. The other one is lodged in my earpiece here, so I can go around and I can do a spirit box session, and it doesn't sound weird. You know, that other people are just not going to know that I'm doing a spirit box session. But it's a little bit quieter. It's about 4:15-ish. It's going to get dark within the next hour or so. We're going to start doing this now. It's an FM suite, folks. Hello, is there anyone that wishes to talk to me today? Yes? You've got a voice with this radio. You can speak through me. I will hear you. Feel free to tell me your name. What's your name? Are you from the hospital? Or the workhouse? Can you say workhouse if you can hear me? Or hospital? Did anybody know Dr. Katherine Robertson?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you say Katherine? Or can you say Robinson?
Wait. No.
Were you a patient or a nurse or were you associated with these buildings in any way?
Yeah.
Yes. What did you do here?
No. Yeah.
Were you a doctor? Nurse? Or were you a patient or somebody that had to come to the workhouse? Can you say spirit if you're a spirit? Did you die? Or were you in the nearby cemetery? Were you a patient?
Right.
I heard a whisper patient. Feel free to tell me your name, nice and loud, and I can hear you through these headphones. There's the microphone is actually sitting in there. Actually, we're better off on the other side. My name is Samantha. Can you say Samantha? Did you live here? Did you live in this town? Do you know Dr. Robinson? Can you say Robinson if you can hear me? Robinson? There's a bridge. Can you tell me how many people are communicating with me right now? Four. Here's the haunted bridge. Which isn't really much of a bridge, to be honest.
Seven.
Oh God. I don't know what that's about. It's not much of a bridge. Was that a bridge?
I know. Indeed.
There's a car coming. Did I hear the word doctor? Can you say doctor if you can hear me? Doctor? There's another car coming. People could walk past me right now and they wouldn't know I'm doing a spirit box session. Can you say doctor?
Yeah. Hold it.
I'm just wondering, did anybody that's communicating with me right now, did anybody die in this building? I know a lot of people died during the time of the workhouse. Buried? Did you die in this hospital? Did you die in this hospital?
Please. We're good.
Was it good here or was it bad?
Comparing.
Did any of ye know Dr. Katherine Robinson? Could I possibly be talking to Katherine Robinson? If I'm talking to Katherine Robinson, can you say, yes, yes, you are? Or yes? Could I be talking to Dr. Robinson? Is there any spirits of children? Is there any spirits of children contacting me right now? No? I always seem to get the same voice of a child every time I do one of these spirit box sessions. So if there's any spirit of a child, can you say I'm here? I still keep getting the same child's voice coming up in all my spirit box sessions. What is your name? The child's voice that's coming through right now. What's your name? Can you tell me what your name is? Luke? Possibly? Right, I'm going to close this session right now. Is there any messages that you'd like to say before I close this? Is there any messages that you want to say right now before I close this? You have an opportunity right now. Just take out the radio just to show you. I pressed the button and it just went off. I'll just finish this. Right, I'm going to say goodbye right now. Can you say goodbye? Say goodbye. I want to thank you for communicating with me. If you have. Goodbye. As per usual, I won't know until I get home whether I got contact there or not. So maybe I've got something, maybe I haven't. But we'll wait and see, you know. I'm going to take a little rest now, and see what we're going to go do next. Right, it's ready to rain now, so I'll need to get another spurt box session in before it does. I can actually feel it drizzling now, so I'm going to do one outside the car here. I'm going to do a manual sweep of the Texan PL 360 with the little turning dial on the side of the radio, and we'll see what happens, folks. Right, is there anyone here that wishes to speak to us right now? Feel free to tell me your name. Did you come from the hospital here? Did you come from the hospital here? Did you come from the workhouse?
Just a minute.
Did you die at this hospital? Can I ask you if you are a spurt? Can you tell me? Can you say spurt for me, please? I heard spurt. Thank you. Anybody else say spurt for me? Come on, say spurt.
Earlier.
Any children here?
Ireland.
I heard a child. I heard a laugh. If you're a child, what is your name? I heard something low there. Heard something in the lower tones. Tell us your name nice and clear. Don't know what that was. That was sounded like a child as well. Are the whispers? What were them whispers? Can you say spurt? Can you say spurt for me? You say spurt. Right, to confirm that you're speaking to me, can you tell me what colour jacket I'm wearing? What colour's my jacket? Does anybody know Dr. Katherine Robinson? Yes or no? Or is Dr. Katherine Robinson here with us today? If you are, say I am. Dr. Robinson, are you here? If you are here, can you say Robinson? If you're here, say Robinson. Can you say Robinson for me? Is Dr. Robinson very good to the patients here in this hospital? Used to come in on Christmas Day with her children and spend time with the patients rather than being at home in her comfortable house.
Right, you.
That's kindness.
You're going to run out. Orders.
It's too.
Can you tell me how many people died in this poor house? Well, it was a poor house. Well, it was a workhouse. Can you? There's a car coming.
On a tee.
How many people were in the hospital?
Start.
There's a car right beside me.
Perhaps they're only coming back.
Obviously, you can't hear. Only myself can hear. But it is looking a wee bit weird. I'm going to close the session. You have a final chance to say what you want to say. You have any message? Say a message and say what you want to say. I heard message, right? Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say.
Time. He's.
Right, I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you for communicating with me. Can you say goodbye back? Can you say goodbye back? Goodbye. As per usual, I won't know until I get home what I actually get, but it's usually very exciting to be able to go home and go through the footage and stuff like that. So you know, I always look forward to that, you know. We may or may not have got things, you know, but you know, some days we do and some days we don't. We can't expect to get stuff all the time. You know, the paranormal doesn't work like that. But we'll just have a quick dander around. I'm just going to have another walk around, and I got the Ghost Meter Pro, a thing I'm not a great fan of, but once it hits the red, there's lights at the top that lights up, and there's an alarm and stuff like that. There's 4 settings to it. I went into another video where it says I don't believe these other settings don't work, but setting 3 is an EMF detector, and it works, so that's what I'm using it for. But what was that about? If you do move it a bit, that's the there's a volume on it as well. But you know, I'm just going to walk around and see if I get anything. If not, I don't. If I do, I do. But hope you enjoyed the walk around this lovely hospitals. Maybe someday I'll get an opportunity to actually have an investigation in here. I will look into it, you know. But for now, we are on the grounds, and it is known to be haunted as well, you know. So we'll just walk around to see if we can pick up anything, you know. I'm not fully at my best today, but you know, it happens to the best of us. But you know, I'm trying to pick myself up by just going out and having a bit of an investigation, and that. So it always helps if you're at home and things aren't going so good to get out and about for a little while. You come back with fresh eyes, you know. But you can hear children nearby. There is actually a park down here. Now, one night somebody was actually walking in a park and seen a red figure, and they actually picked it up on their phone. Now it was shown on one of the programs, either Ghost Hunters International or Northern Ireland's Greatest Haunts. I can't remember which. But you know, photographs is great, but it normally leads to other questions, which means you can't fully label it as paranormal. But it was a pretty good picture, actually, you know. But if I find both, I will leave a link in the description down below of those videos, you know. If there's anybody around, can you please come and touch this device? Anybody around this tree? Anybody belong to the hospital? You know, feel free to touch the device. I'll leave the device down here. You know, I will concentrate more at the moment with spirit boxes, but just now and again I would like to see will I get results with EMF detectors, you know. So you know, if there's anybody around me right now, can you touch the device I have in my hand with the lights on it? You know, it won't harm you. I'm gonna go over to this tree here. Oh, this tree's massive. This tree probably goes way back to the time that this was a workhouse. Please touch the device that I have in my hand if you're here around me, just to confirm that you're here. I'm not going to actually do an EVP session here today because it actually is too windy, and there's too much noise from people around, you know. I might get in another spirit box session. Might do it in the car, in the actual car park, you know, and we'll see what we might come up with, you know. But a final look at the building itself, it really is so well kept, you know. But a lot of sad stories associated with this. Before I actually go back to the car, I'm just going to call out to the spirits, but sometimes I pick up audio on the camera, you know, and when you hear it through headphones, sometimes it can be pretty pronounced, you know, like a whisper or whatever. So I'm just going to call out. Is there anybody around these grounds of this hospital? Oh, there's a car coming. Right. Is there anybody associated with this hospital that are on these grounds right now, or that are around me? Feel free to speak into the device I have in my hand and tell us your name. Sorry about the cars. I think people are going home from work. You have an opportunity to come and talk to us if you want to. Speak into the camera. Right, before it gets overly dark, I'm going to do another spirit box session. I'm going to leave it at that, you know. I'm not used to filming in the dark, but I will in future get out to more locations in the dark. Just, it is handier for setting stuff up and that, and wiring up equipment and lights and messing around with buttons and stuff like that. So I'm just going to I'm going to plug in the spirit box again, put on my headphones, have another little walk around before we go, you know. Is there anyone here willing to talk to us? Can you speak right now? Can you tell me what your name is? Can you tell me what your name is? Thank you. My name is Samantha. Can you say Samantha back to me? Yeah? Say Samantha then. Possibly getting responses here. Can you tell me how many people are contacting me or communicating with me right now? I'm in a little park here. Is this a nice little park? Can you confirm that you are communicating with me by telling me what colour jacket I'm wearing? What colour jacket am I wearing? Oh, hens. I don't know if you can see them. There's hens here. Can you say hens? Hens, thank you. Little hens. I'm sorry if you can't see them, folks. They're the little hens. Who else would like to say hens for me? Hens. 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 Hello. Hens. Right. Back to business. Tell me what colour my jacket is. Come on, tell me what colour jacket I'm wearing. It's not gold. It's not gold. Come on. It's black. Can you say black for me? Just sitting in this nice little seat. Can you say seat? Chair? Can you say chair? Tell me, were you a patient at this hospital? No, you weren't? Okay. Did you work at this hospital? Did you work at this hospital? Pressed the button by mistake. I put my hand in my pocket and I pressed the button. I offset it by mistake. I'll leave it sitting there. I'm going to go over to these hens again. I'm going to go over to these hens again. Can you say hens for me? Hens. I got a great response. Hens. Oh, it's getting a bit dark now. Can you say hens for me? It's a bit windy. I hope you're not getting the wind, folks. These microphones are pretty good. Do you mind me speaking with you? Do you mind me speaking with you? No, that's okay. Are you at peace? Are you at peace? Did I hear her spooky? I don't know. No. Can you say spooky? Can I ask, whoever I'm communicating with, are you a spirit? If you are a spirit, can you say spirit for me? You were able to say hands. Can you say spirit for me? Can you say spirit for me? Anybody? Spirit? Spirit, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Anybody else want to say spirit for me? Ooh. I'm not going to chance that. Would anybody else like to say spirit for me? One last time before I go. I'm going to ask something daft now. Can you say Scooby-Doo? I know it's weird, but Scooby-Doo doesn't come up on the radio very often. Can you say Scooby-Doo? Come on, can you say Scooby-Doo for me? Please say Scooby-Doo. I'm begging you. It's a bit windy. Scooby-Doo? Please? Scooby-Doo? Please? Please? I haven't heard it. Can you say hands again? That was brilliant. We're on the Haunted Bridge, which doesn't seem to be a bridge. It's a park here. Can you say park? Do you like this park? Right. I am going to give you an opportunity to say what you want to say. Before I close up, to close the session. Want to get more photographs in? Right, I'm going to say goodbye. I want to thank you for communicating with me. I'm going to say goodbye now. Can you say goodbye back to me, please? Can you say goodbye back to me, please? Goodbye. Folks, I'm going to leave it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I done 3 spirit box sessions, but some people like spirit box sessions. It's very often, sometimes I do get crazy responses, and that's why I love doing this, you know. But the excitement for me isn't until I go home, until I go through the footage and see what we got. People are asking me why I'm not putting subtitles in my spirit box sessions. The reason for that is I do not want to tamper with any possible evidence, at the risk of being wrong. You know, if people are interested enough in spirit box sessions, they don't need subtitles to figure it out. They will figure it out for themselves, you know. And as well as that, it's basically telling the viewer, this is exactly what it said. Please take my word for it. And I don't want to do that. You know, I want people to make up their own mind of what is coming through, you know. But I will leave it for now, folks. I will see you in the next video. And thank you very much for watching. And be good to each other.